All right, I'm out here looking at this tree, and yeah, it's a fairly tall peppermint gum. It has two trunks that split off about probably 1.5 meters above the ground. The left trunk died last summer, ran out of water. The right trunk is still alive, but this tree has got rot in the base of it. Yeah, and the problem with that is you kind of don't know how deep that rot is. It obviously produces weakness in the timber, so yeah, it seems to be more associated with that left trunk. What I've done is I threw a rope over that branch right up there, so that's quite a long way off the ground. I don't know how many meters, and I just swung a tow ball round and round and round and let it go at the right moment. And actually, you can get quite a bit of accuracy, but it works for me, but probably doesn't work for anybody else. I left the rope just hanging here, so I can carry on with it. Now I'll just walk up here and we'll get an idea of what we're going to do here. That's already about 1 year old, that pile of firewood. That's another project. Yeah, it's a Sunday here, so they're all revving up their motorbikes and stuff by the sound of it. Having a loud motorbike seems to be the main sort of activity here. Anyway, there it is there. That's a good view of it from a distance. It is quite high. We got a quote of 1,300 Australian dollars to fell this, and yeah, kind of that's pretty reasonable. And but anyway, I thought maybe I don't need to pay $1,300. So what I decided to do was buy a bit more equipment, buy some more rope and another ladder to make myself a bit of a horizontal deck to work off. Anyway, what I plan on doing is this tree here, I'm going to use the base of it. So I'm going to have a rope from the fork right up in that tree, going right across to the base of this tree. So it'll be quite high off the ground, and it'll be secure, and then I'll show you later how I intend to use that. Right, next step, there's my rope, and there's the rope I intend to use up on that tree there. So quite a way away, and I've got two rolls of it, but the next step is to join the ropes just so you can pull it through the fork. So if you've got a knot in it, it's just going to get stuck in the fork, and it's going to create more work for you. But I've just used a bit of string around it, tied it together fairly tightly. You can use tape as well, but anyway, now I'm going to pull it through. Hey, what I did was I've got my new rope connected to the old rope and pulled it through that fork. That actually was slightly harder. I had to pull it down again and just put tape around it. I just used packaging tape because it'll get stuck very easily. So anyway, I've got it through now. There's the rope, there's the water tank. We really don't want this tree to fall on the water tank. The rope probably made in China, and I was just because so much stuff's made in China, it turned into a giant mess. Probably nothing to do with where it was made, but it turned into a big tangle, and I spent half an hour untangling it. But like most things, the more you do, the more stuff you get blamed for, and because they make everything that we use pretty much, they get blamed for a lot of stuff. Yeah. That one might be okay. It's not really the one I wanted. I'll go with this one. Yeah, okay, here's what we've got after roping up this this tree felling exercise. So I've got it round that tree there and up into that tree there. Okay, here we go. All roped up. There's the system, the ute, in four-wheel drive. Not that that's going to make any difference. There's already tension on this rope. All of the knots seem to be okay. The weakest part, I guess, is that there's just a single strand around the upright branch of that tree, but from then on it's all doubled right to the ute. Now I'm ready to cut my V on the falling side of this trunk. The reason I'm doing it in two sections is because I've never tried this method before. I saw it on YouTube, and anyway, I'm here by myself, but that doesn't worry me. I work by myself a lot. Yep, I've done my felling cut, the V cut to how I want it to fall. I'm quite happy with it actually. Did hear a crack while I was up there, but so it's pretty much exactly where I want it to go. So now I've got to come along and do the back cut. I think partially I can stand behind this trunk, so I should be pretty safe. But anyway, you're never really safe felling trees by yourself. Okay, I've cut the other side, which to be honest was really nerve-wracking, and I'm just going to set this up here so you can see what happens. Okay. Yep. Okay, bit of a wrap up here. This is done, worked out pretty well. The wood's very dry here actually. The branches are all just really disintegrated, and it's as dry as that wood that's on the ground pretty much. The other side, the other trunk up there still needs doing. It's growing. It's still got plenty of leaves on it, but unfortunately because of that right in the base and because of its location, it's pretty close to our infrastructure here. It's going to have to go as well, and it's going to have to go the same way. The reason we did it up the hill rather than just with the lean of the tree is because of these other trees and plants down here. Partners planted all of these here. I think they're Banksias, and that's a Tasmanian blackwood tree there, and there's a pine tree there which is very slow growing. She's also now putting in red gums. There's one down there which can grow into fairly large trees. So that's the reason this is going to have to go opposite its lean. So I'll get this one cleared up first, because at the moment I can't drive through here. There's I've got really no access to my backyard really, unless I go right around. So I'd like to get this cleaned up.